Hey guys, this is Emmy Basis.
And I'm Isis Wolf 25.
And we're here to talk about Rocket Power. So, basically, Rocket Power was a show on Nickelodeon, and honestly, it had a good number of episodes, 3 specials. It had Tony Hawk in there. I mean, come on, how great can it get? But honestly, it ended too quickly. And honestly, we have some pretty good reasons why it should keep going. And we'll even tell you why it ended. So, Isis, would you like to have your 2 cents?
Well, I guess I totally agree. The whole thing was it just ended suddenly. I mean, for one thing, Ray gets married. Okay, yeah, that's great, awesome, but what about the after effects? What does adding a woman into a household that's mostly a sports athletic, laid-back father that lets his kids get away with pretty much everything?
That is
What's
true.
that going to bring to it? And also, what about Otto's reaction? How does he feel about having a new mother?
That is true. Like, even though they, accept her, but, what happens if they get to a point of where it's like too emotional? And they kind of say, like what's on their mind,
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of gets down to, oh, I remember my mother did this and you didn't do that, and how do you think I feel? And you're going to have a new baby and suddenly I feel left behind and you're leaving my mother's memory in the dust.
That is true.
That
could be an interesting episode. And here's another interesting thing. Like, what happens if she joins the crew, saying, maybe, is she a good skateboardist or whatever? She goes around and follows the guys. I mean, could she take away the guys, reps or whatever? I mean, will they get picked on more?
And also, there's also, like I said earlier, the whole structure thing. Adding a woman into the household. What if she starts putting a ban on the kids skateboarding, demands that they become more proper decorum or mannerism? Or even convinces Ray to sell the business.
Exactly. This is interesting stuff that I would never even thought of. Yeah, see, this is a lot of things that people don't think about. Because honestly, this is some interesting shit. Because, there's possibilities that, honestly, that we know we've seen this chick. She could be really cool and everything, but, what would happen if they had a kid? What would happen if they had a baby?
And Ray suddenly says, oh, I'm selling the business and I need to be more serious, kids. Please stop skateboarding so much, you'll hurt the baby. And it all becomes about the baby.
Oh, God, that would be interesting. That would be a total fail, but interesting episode.
I could see Otto reacting probably pretty badly to the baby.
I know. I don't know about Reggie. I don't know how she would take it, though.
I don't know. She does a pretty good big sister, and she is accepting in a lot of episodes towards characters that have had problems. So I think she'd be a good big sister to the baby. I think Otto would be the problem child.
Yeah. I wonder what Twister and Sam would think about it, They're 2 friends. I wonder what they would think about it.
Twister would probably think the baby's cool, and then probably decide to take the baby out for a little skateboarding, and then that would probably end up in complete and total disaster.
Oh, dude, that would be fucking epic right there.
I could see him doing that. I could see him convincing Otto, and Otto would be very easy to convince, because he probably would be against the whole baby thing in the first place. He probably would just be, oh, okay, sure, why not? We need to skateboard. Let's just take the baby along. Nothing will happen at all.
Let's show the baby.
It won't be like, voice of reason, stop.
Let's show the baby how we could do things,
And then they would most likely get in major trouble as soon as they got found out.
Oh, yeah. It's like, hey, let's take the baby out, show them what we can do. Let's show them how we can rip it out there. And...
This is going to be the next generation of Rocket. We got to show them how it's done.
I know. And listen, this is Otto's, not Twister, sorry. Tito, who's the owner of the store, or I think bar or whatever, Tiki Bar, that's his cousin. So what do you think if she got kind of a little bossy about his friend and stuff? How would that do conflict, I mean, I know it's not what kids want, but, add some spice into something,
Add some drama, show some effects of behind the scenes of what, like I said earlier, what would happen if a new member got introduced, a family member. children, especially of those who have a parent that die in the family, have varied reactions to such a new member coming in. They don't want dad to fall in love and forget the previous marriage and get so focused on the new children and forget the old children.
Yeah. It's crazy. Okay, so that could be some good reasons why they could continue. Now, here's why the show ended, basically. Because here's how the show ended. It was basically the series finale of where they got married. That's how it ended. Series finale. Boom. So, you would end it right there, but that's a pretty sad way to end a show, though, you know? It's kind of like ending, what's a show that ended really quickly? Let's say, like, Cat Dog. It ended early. You know, a lot of good shows.
Rocky's Modern Life.
Yes, that is true. Sorry. That was my phone. Anyway, sorry about that, people. Rocket Power has so much potential to move on, but it
also introduced, it gave skaters, those out there who don't get excuse me, big word, bad. It gives those out there who are skateboarders and surfers, they don't who appear much in cartoons. I mean, do you see animes out there now surrounding about people who do extreme sports? No. Rocket Power gave a chance for those who love the extreme sports to actually have something that makes their sport look cool.
Oh shit! I mean, I did some crazy shit when I watched Rocket Power. Oh my god, it gave me influence to do a lot of crazy shit, but
It made me want to try skateboarding, and then I skateboarded off a curb and twisted and fell and hit my head on the sidewalk. There went my career skateboarding.
Rocket Power got me interested in a lot of things. I took my scooter, I did some tricks, I was trying to jump over a creek. Let's just say my knee hit a rock, and I pretty much went to the hospital that night.
Oh, it inspired me and my friend to do a crazy bike thing. She pedaled, I sat on the handlebars. She was going on the sidewalk, and I told her that we cannot be on the sidewalk. And so she drives this it's like, oh, okay. Drives off a little hill. I'm like, no! Does this flying leap, and we landed from a car and just screech around and not kill each other.
God. Okay. Now, there was, I'm sorry if we got off subject, people. Now, there was a Rocket Power live action series that, you know, not series, I mean, a tour, basically. Kind of like what they're doing with Disney. But these are people who are trying to betray the 4 kids, and these aren't kids. These are just like probably 30, 40-year-old people who think they're cool and everything, which really... I saw it, actually. It was pretty gay.
Oh, really? I didn't actually get a chance to see it.
Oh, it was horrible. I didn't care for it. Because I thought I was actually going to see, like, some cool shit. I didn't. It was horrible.
Oh, that's what you get. Live action isn't always what's geared up to be.
Some live action is actually not that bad. Sometimes the live actions do live up to their names, you know?
Yeah, but then you also have the ones that also give you the poor funding and...
True.
They hire, instead of teenagers or kids, they hire 30-year-olds that want to try to get their career back up and running again.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, what would you say if Rocket Power actually did come back, you know, and they actually, you know, did some of the things we said? What would you think? What would you say when you saw it?
I don't know. Honestly, for the first part, we don't know who the new wife looks like. So, since there's so much speculation...
Well, actually, yeah, there is. They're not that special, so...
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've both seen it, but yeah, we both did research, but... Sorry, people, we're kind of, it's kind of been a while for us, so yeah, but... We're cool now, so.
I don't know. I think it was mostly with the fan base, considering how good animation is now compared to what was back then. Some people would probably nitpick about the animation, And then others would want the original voice actors back. And one of the main characters, his voice actor, retired.
That
would present a major issue right there.
That is true. I'll agree with you on that. Because you always got to have the original voice actors. It's like Duel Masters. When they had original characters that were actually sounded really cool. And then changed them 2 seasons later.
Yeah, same thing with Sailor Moon. You had the whole original voice cast, and then season 3 rolls around, and they replaced everybody.
Hey, we're gonna pick you off, cause it's funny. No.
But no, they need to bring back the original voice cast, and since one person's retired, you already know that right then and there, you're gonna have to get used to a new person, because Otto's voice is very unique.
Yes.
And to get someone to copycat that would be very hard.
That is true.
So they would probably not bring back any of the voice cast, make it seem like a few years later, so it gives the characters an opportunity to mature and go through puberty.
Mm-hmm.
And then that'll give them an excuse for a new voice cast.
Yeah, that is true.
And not be totally out there. That's what they would have to do if they want to keep the fan base.
Yeah. And think about this. What would happen if, like, if they actually showed them in their teen years like they did with Rugrats, but instead of kind of butchering it a lot, they actually made the teen series good. So what would you think of a teen series?
I don't know. Like I said, it would depend. They'd have to find good storylines. It can be completely over dramatized. Because, look at how they butchered up All Grown Up.
Oh. All Grown Up wasn't that bad.
2 really good episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But some of it were too cheesy.
Oh, yeah, big time. I would say if they did do a teen version of Rocket Power, you would have to deal with, like, the original skating, crushes. I'm not saying it would be like a Degrassi kind of thing, but, it would be really interesting to see, though.
Oh, goodness. Do not mention Degrassi. No!
I hate Degrassi. I'm not even going to talk about it.
I'm sorry, fans that watch this and are big fans of Degrassi, but we both do not like that show.
It sucks. I'm sorry.
Do not expect to hear a discussion about that episode anytime soon. That
Nope.
show, it just went out there.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk about that show, because that show's still going, and it sucks, so... Alright,
But no, I would agree with you, though. They would definitely have to stick with the skating and the surfing, and then add in some more serious tones, because it is a teen show now, after all. They're no longer kids.
Well, it can still be for kids, just kind of,
Add in more serious, is what I was saying.
Yes, basically, of course, like crushes and all that crap, It would be interesting to see, though, because, like...
And them dealing with high school, and Reggie trying to get her magazine more famous than it is.
Yeah, and then maybe, I think I've seen Sam and Reggie actually, kind of hit it off a little bit. I don't know. I think I've seen it before, but maybe they could do it. Maybe it could be Twister and her. Otto could probably fall for one of Reggie's friends. Who the hell knows?
Sam and Reggie would be the perfect nerd and the beauty kind of thing.
Definitely. What would happen to...
And in teenager years, Sam could freaking slim up and become the super hot guy.
Oh, big time, yeah. And what would happen to
Who knows, even if Sam's even still there, though? His mom could have moved him back.
True. But think about this. What would happen if Tito died and Ray couldn't take care of the tiki bar? What would happen to the tiki bar? And along with his wife, and maybe if they did have a kid, there's so much things that could happen in this show, in the teen show.
Sam could be moved away, and then he could suddenly come back halfway through and gone through this complete different transformation.
True. This is why
he could either be extremely popular and athletic, or he could be major geek, or anything could happen. If you move a character away and they come back and they come through a big change.
Definitely.
They can add dynamic.
Yeah. There's so much that could happen in Rocket Power right now. Even Kid. Now we're getting ideas for the teen years, Sorry, it's my phone again. But you know, it's crazy. It could do anything.
Lars could get bigger story development if Sam, say, got moved away and then came back later on. Lars might get a bigger part in the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he still a bully? Is he still beating up on Twister and the others?
Yeah.
Or is he finally matured?
Exactly. Will we see Tony Hawk again? I mean, he owns a damn store right there where Rocket Power and them, no, not Rocket Power and them live at, where Otto and them live. I mean, do we see him again? Who the hell knows? We don't know, because honestly, the creators just, don't care anymore.
Nope.
So these are a lot of good ideas, but anyways, okay, just to sum it up before we end this, there's a lot of good ideas for the kids, like when they get married and stuff like that, when Ray and Tito's cousin get married, if they have a kid, like what happens to them, and a good teen series maybe,
Or if Sam moves away and then comes back completely different.
Yeah,
Lars
exactly.
matures.
Exactly. So those would be some good things for it, just to sum it up. But, alright guys, this is Emmy and Basis.
And Isis Wolf 25.
And we both rant about Rocket Power, and we hope you all have a good night.
See ya.